Buenos días, Nifties. Bienvenidos a Nito y Nicole. I am Nicole, and we are a crafting community. So grab your work in progress, also known as a whip, and let's get started on our 10-minute crafting break. I am working on my doghouse, or my casita de perro, or my nichachien, if you want to call it in French, but casita de perro, because we're doing Spanish today, because I have a special drink called Abuelita hot chocolate. It's hot chocolate, but it's Abuelita. And I need to set a timer. And Abuelita chocolate it's like a big chunk of chocolate, and it's too hard to eat, although people try, but it's too hard to eat, and it's like got sugar in it and cinnamon. So it's kind of like a mild chocolate with sugar and cinnamon. And Latinos make it like on the instructions, it says use 4 cups of milk for one little chocolate cake thing. But I used less milk, maybe like 2 cups, maybe 2.5 cups. And then I actually added more chocolate. I also used, oh, it's really good. I also added some dark chocolate for taste, because I like dark chocolate. And then I could tell something was missing. Oh, I also added some. I used almond milk to make it, because we have a little we're lactose intolerant in my place. But then, just to make it, you know, like creamy, I added some whole milk. No, some whole creamer, or whole, the one I use, some full fat creamer or whatever. And it's delicious. So I hope that you have a chance, if you've never had it, to have some Abuelita chocolate. I can't tell if you can figure out what happened here, but I will tell you. I went to iron it, and so, because the way you fuse beads is by ironing them, and I don't know, for some reason, some of the beads turned over when I was just about to iron it. Like, I put one pass, and maybe I pressed too hard, or I'm not sure what I did, but it's not great. It's not great. And so I saved the candy canes at the last minute, although I think it's supposed to look like there's only one, so I probably am going to be missing one of these white beads. I'm also trying to, and this is just me, of course, being myself, I'm also trying to reconstruct the pattern. I mean, they probably give you, I feel like that's right, but I don't know where this piece goes. Oh, maybe it's upside down. Oh yeah, it is upside down. I forgot that, because I was melting upside down. They probably give you enough beads to, compensate for losing some or messing up a pattern like I did. But I'm worried, of course, that at the end I won't have enough. And then that will make me go crazy, Remember I had that puzzle piece? That puzzle with the missing piece? Yeah, and why? Why did that happen? Because I insisted on washing the stupid puzzle bag, like in the middle of the puzzle. Like, why didn't I just finish the puzzle first? Oh, I also wanted to share that my cup, this little cup was given to me. It's like kind of full. Let me see if I can tilt. Don't look at my iron mess, but here we go. It's so sweet. And it's, this cup was given to me when I was in the 7th grade. And I won't tell you that that's still in the 80s, but it was. Okay, I guess I will tell you that, because I just did. When I got to high school, I started high school in 1990. And then, I was the youngest, of course, because you start high school when you're the youngest class, the freshman class. And then next year, of course, another class comes, right? And you move up. So I was probably a junior. And then one of the little freshmen said, "Oh my God, you went to junior high in the 80s?" And I was like, "Really, dude?" And then I did the math, Because I was going to say no, because it sounded so old, but yeah. And now when I say it, oh, I went to junior high in the 80s. We all know it's old. Okay, I can't figure out which ones. Yeah, this is like, let me try to get the big chunks. Because some of them did like kind of get melted. And then I thought, okay, I'll just flip it all over. I thought, I'm going to salvage this. I'm just going to flip it all over. But that did not salvage it, as you can see. But I mean, this is part of it, right? This is part of the perler beads. Like, I was going to do this, honestly, on my own time and then just hide it in shame and pretend like nothing had happened, because that's what I was conditioned to do. But no, that's not fair. It's not right. First of all, it's not honest, right? And then the other thing is that, like, this is part of the process. This happens. This is not the first time this has ever happened to me, and nor the first time it's happened to anyone, let's be honest, because sometimes these kits, while they're really good, you know, they're not perfect. And I also noticed that, so when I got my other, when I found my other perler beads at my school, so hot. I'm so sorry. It's really hot. Ah. I didn't burn my tongue, but very close. Anyway, I had these trays and I let the kids use them. And I noticed the trays that I have at school are like a thicker quality and they don't warp. And these ones, they warp a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. But see how they're like bendy? I don't know. I don't even know if let me okay. Let me kind of readjust. I can't even see anything. Okay, here we are. Okay, so see, there's like a little give, and that makes it. I'm almost certain that that is the reason why when I went to iron it, it like once I got to this point in the middle, so I did the iron from this side because I'm right-handed. So I did it, but I didn't hold it. And then I swept over because I want them to melt evenly. So I was going to sweep over and like I do this like rotation thing. And then when I swept over, it knocked these. The other problem is that I'm using parchment paper from my kitchen instead of the parchment paper that they gave me. And so it's a little bit not as flat. Okay, I can't decide if I should just break these apart and okay, I'm gonna keep going. The good thing is that I didn't melt them that much. Like wrong, because it's happened to me that I've melted them and one of them is on its side. Like they're all standing up and one is on its side. And that is enough, you know, to drive me up the wall. Oh, this one's really stuck. Guess I'll just do this one upside down. Oh, this is on this side, that's why. Oh my gosh, Nifties. We've used up all our time today already. Like so quickly, the time flies, right? But I wanted to share with you that the other day, one of my students gave me this really cute gift. And I opened it already, but you can kind of see it. Look at this Bath and Body Works, like little green sparkly bag, kind of like goes with my nails, kind of, but it's more green, of course. And then she gave us, and like I said, I opened it, a little, like one of these hand creams and this hand sand. And let me tell you that this hand cream is so good. It has like shea butter in it or something. Yeah, shea butter hand cream. I'm going to open it right now. It's so good. I love this hand cream. And then, of course, what's not to love about the... Oh my gosh, it smells great. It So moisturizing. Oh, look. Yours off my hands right now. Like, so sweet, right? And I love this hand sand because it doesn't like dry out your hands. And then she also gave us, I just can't even believe it, a Macy's gift card. And I work in a district, I already told you, where, you know, the socioeconomic stat, they don't have, you know, a lot of disposable income. And especially, you know, everyone gets a gift for the teacher, but not everyone gets a gift for your speech language pathologist. And that's okay. It's totally fine because, like, you know, I know where they're at. And, you know, sometimes in the like, I only see the kids maximum, my most is twice a week. And so I understand that they forget me, and that's fine, especially once they get to high school. But this mom, her son is just so sweet, and she's always thoughtful. I have one or two parents that, you know, at the high school that usually give like a little gift. And this mom in particular, she always gives, you know, a little something. Usually it's Bath and Body Works, but she's never given the gift card before. Which I think is super sweet. And I don't know if she gives it to everyone or just she gave one to me and also my assistant, which is so kind, right? Because the assistant, she definitely needs it more than I do. And of course, I appreciate the sentiment, of course, but you know, like the assistant, she makes less than me, of course. And so I definitely want her to have that. And then, but I found out, I was just chit-chatting with him today, and I didn't know that his mom worked, but his mom works as a housekeeper. And she doesn't work every day because she doesn't have consistent work. And it just makes me like, this is what I love about like this community, is that even though they don't have a lot, like they're generous, right? They're generous and they're thoughtful, and it's so sweet to me. It's so sweet to me and so kind. And I'm so grateful to work in the district where I work at. There are always issues, but you know, it's the parents and the students that make working in my district the best. I wouldn't change. I would change. I would change to move back to my family, but I wouldn't change because of the kids, right? And I definitely wouldn't change because of the parents. We definitely have some, you know, difficult parents as well, but the vast majority of the parents in my school district are kind, responsive, you know, and this is the thing, they like respect you as a professional. The district where my son lives in, I wanted to work in that district because it's closer to my house, right? And so I did my externship in the district where I used to live. And they've got a great mix of kids. The educators are really, really good there. You know, all of the professionals are very good, but there's like a culture in that district that allows the parents to kind of dictate things, you know, and they will come in. Like I was in a meeting and the parent came in and said, these are the goals I want for the student. This is, you know, how you'll take data. This is, you know, and just telling the professional her job. And that speech language pathologist, she was so good. She was so good. She was such a master. She taught me so many things, and I'm forever grateful for her. And she knew what she was doing. She could have made the better goal, but the parent had, and probably there was an advocate, and you know, and the parent had their own things in mind, and then she just had to do it. Whereas in my district, you know, first of all, the parents typically aren't like that because they respect us, you know, and they give us little gifts and stuff, you know. So I think that is a benefit, right? And then the other thing is that, you know, if a parent is going to come in and try to dictate the goals, it's actually illegal. And, well, not illegal, but officially the goals are set because we assess them and we determine their areas of need. And then based on their areas of need, we make a goal to address that need. And then based on that, we determine how much like time they need in order to meet that goal. So, you know, the assessment drives the goals, which drives the service times, basically. And that is evidence-based. That's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to have evidence to back that up. Not just what a parent wants, but what we know is the evidence. So I appreciate at my district that they don't encourage that. At any rate, Nifty. So there was my little, soapbox. Thank you so much for joining with me today and for watching me recreate this. Ultimately, this is what happens when we craft, right? It's not a perfect process. And this is why craft, like to buy homemade crafts, to buy individual crafts, it takes time, right? Because stuff like this does happen and we have to go through it and try to fix it and, troubleshoot it. Oh, really quick last thing before I go. I was going to talk to you about shame and how, I have kind of a perfectionist tendency, and that perfectionist tendency comes out of shame from your childhood, right? That people made you feel embarrassed if you made a mistake. They shamed you, and then you internalize it. And so I refuse to internalize shame for things that naturally occur in life. Well, no, I want to refuse it. I don't always succeed, but I want to. And so that's why today I came up here with my big old mistake, and I'm owning it and I'm enjoying it. It's okay. It's totally fine. I have plenty of time. Like I said, I even told you before, if I don't make it for this year, I could, it's going to be perfect, ready to go for next year. And, because I have my box system. And so it's okay if it's not ready. It's okay if I have to do it again. It's not my preference, but, if it happens, it happens. And it does happen. Especially because there's a lot of beads on this. But for my students, I'm so worried. After that happened, I was so worried for their little creations. I left them all on a table, but I didn't have my iron, so I'm so scared that the custodians are, going to vacuum the room, and then they're going to bump the table, and then the kids are going to be like devastated. And we'll work on it, but still, like, it's different for the kids, and so that's my fear. But whatever, I can't live with fears and I can't control it, so I just have to keep going, which is what I'm doing here. Thank you for continuing to go with me. Please tell me what you are working on in the comments or post it to our threads. Keep us updated. I will see you tomorrow for another treat. Nos vemos.